Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We are off to Los Angeles today with Happy Chap.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about this old friend that often goes overlooked.
I give you the splash for Parasso Green. Y'all, this is the cure for analysis paralysis. When I can't figure out what I want to put on, I might want to decide a little bit later. I will throw this on. Fabulous, cooling, menthol, beautiful, and gone in 20 minutes. Look how much I have used of this, and you know the size of my collection. Y'all, PAA makes an homage called Awesome Sauce. You might want to try that, but the OG is our favorite right now because we have not smelled that one yet. And what is our soap today?
I chose Los Angeles from Happy Chap for my birthday soap, so let's meet it.
All right, y'all, so this soap from Happy Chap is to benefit a very special cause, the wildfires that ravaged Los Angeles last year, and it's happening again. So we take this cause especially to heart because we live here in California. A lot of our community lives in Los Angeles. So Happy Chap, thank you for doing this. And it is still available at their site from their sales page.
The recent Los Angeles wildfires have devastated our community. Homes destroyed, lives disrupted, and businesses forced to rebuild from the ashes. In response, all proceeds from purchases of Happy Chap's Los Angeles products will be donated to fire relief efforts, assisting those affected by these tragic fires.
All right, and I love that the scent notes were also inspired by this amazing city. They are.
Salt and Marie notes bring the calming essence of the California coastline, while the fresh top notes of mandarin and neroli capture the vibrant energy of the city. A hint of ginger adds a touch of warmth, and amber balances the fragrance with its rich, grounding depth. It's a scent that encapsulates the essence of Los Angeles, refreshing, complex, and full of life.
With every shave, you're not only indulging in a premium grooming experience, but also contributing to the recovery and revitalization of our LA family. Proceeds benefit families and small businesses affected by the LA fires. Happy Chap, thank you for doing this, and also for picking the name Happy Chap. It is awesome. It's just fun to say. Let's take this Happy Chap out of his box. All right, y'all, is that the blue tape of the razor company? You say, why, yes, it is. And you did not see Avenia, and you did not see this Cavalier. No, this Cavalier. These are going to be part of their new wet shavers kits to come at the razor company. But we grabbed them for episodes for y'all. Those are upcoming, but you are here to see this. Look at this beautiful minimalist label on it. Oh, there it is, y'all. And I think it is time for us to be Happy Chaps, and we have our first impression. So why didn't you choose a Florida or a Savannah or a New York inspired soap? What made you choose Los Angeles for your birthday?
So as you can see, I went to Cal State Fullerton, which is actually in Orange County, so Southern California, pretty close to Los Angeles. And from the scent notes and things that I kind of peeked at, it reminded me of going to the beach in LA or Santa Monica or close to where I was in Orange County. So it's close to my heart, and I felt like it'd be a nice little birthday trip in a tub.
And you know how Livermore calls themselves part of the Bay Area, even though you have to drive an hour to even see the Bay? That's why, like, most of SoCal just calls itself LA.
Yeah.
LA City's actually pretty small.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're in Santa Monica, are you not in LA? All right, take it in, see what you get.
Okay, the birthday whiff. Here we go. Off to Los Angeles. Oh, there's the pour. This is our second one from
Very
them.
nice.
I'm actually kind of excited.
Very white.
Okay, here we go. Diving in.
All right, what do you got? Freeways? Exhaust? Oleander?
No. You need a long whiff and you are on the beach. It is exactly somehow what they wrote in their scent notes, but like the realest version possible.
Nice.
Like if I could just transport through this tub, I'd want to go there. I think it's a pretty floral that's bringing me in. It may be the neroli side, but I feel like there's another white floral that's secretly in here.
Nice.
And then it goes into marine notes, but like the prettiest side of like the aquatic-y marine, zesty, like sea salt side that comes through.
So not those like squinchy botanicals that are in the EP of good vibes. Right?
Not that.
Okay.
And I get like nothing artificial, no sunscreeny kind of thing. Like I am at the beach.
Right.
I don't think anyone else is on the beach, but I'm there.
Nice.
And I get this coolness in the air. It could just be because when I think of ocean, it's a little colder here in California. But something in the marine sea salty vibe is adding a coolness here. I don't know what magic's creating that, but it's part of the marine side for me, I think.
Nice. Dimethyl sulfide smells like corn until you dilute it down to 1%. Then it smells like sea salt.
I don't know if that's what's in here, but they're nailing the sea salt side.
That is from Willett Barrister and Man. You can take that to the bank.
I wish you could smell this good when you left the beach. I wish everyone could smell like this.
Right.
Because there's something like, when you look at a really pretty artist painting and it's the prettiest version, like you just want to jump through the painting.
Right.
That's what's happening with the scent. So yes, it may list salt, marine, mandarin, ginger, neroli, amber. I'm sure they are all in here, but they are the most real sides of those scents.
Now, is the amber giving you a sense of sand, or is it more the water in the air?
There may be an echo of sand, but that's not the first thing that comes to mind.
Gotcha.
Because even in NorCal and Southern California, there's a lot of like rocks sometimes along the ocean. Like I remember going to Laguna Beach one time and it was like a private, you had to park in someone's neighborhood and go down the back way to get to the beach. Right. And that sand is not the pretty fluffy sand, if that makes sense. It's a little more coarse, like it's a little more rocky. Yep. So I think I'm getting more that type of a scent. It makes sense if they're meaning for it to be sand, but to me, it's just putting me on the beach. Right. I'm actually getting more of like a sunset time of day. So it's something in like, I don't want to leave the beach yet.
Right.
I don't know what that scent is coming through as, but there's something like I've had a good time and I don't want to leave. Like if I could bottle up what that smells like, this is kind of what I would want to hope to take home with me. There's definitely the neroli in here.
Right.
And, but it doesn't take it over. Like I feel like there has to be something in here because I'm not just getting like an orange blossomy thing. There's something else in here. There's got to be a white, a little more masculine floral. It kind of is like even the cover of this, if you could see, hopefully on the camera, it looks like sea foam. Like there's something in the bubbliness of that. Like I know marine notes can have the seaweedy thing. No, this is the complete opposite, sweeter, prettier side.
Gotcha.
Here. And I'm trying to think if we have anything in our den that I could even guide the audience with.
Well, you just said the beach. So how does this relate to The Beach by Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements, one of my all-time favorites?
It's the total opposite side of like a beachy aquatic. Because the beach, to me, has a little more of the sunscreen, and there's a little more things that are at the beach, right? Even like I almost feel like I could even have an ice cream home in my hand there.
There is an ice cream scent note in that one.
This is not. This is stripped down.
Gotcha.
This is much more the raw, real side of the beach, but just prettier somehow.
Is it like when you get to an LA beach early in the morning and it's just you and the surfers?
It may be more that time of day. Maybe it's not sunset. Maybe it is that early morning. Like when you want to get there so early to get a fire pit, you got to stay there all day.
Yes.
Because there's a coolness in the morning air. And there's a crispness that's coming through in the sea salt marine notes here that definitely create that experience.
And the sand does have a different sense in the morning. It's sort of a cross between amber, don't hear this the wrong way, and kitty litter. But it's absolutely beguiling when you smell it against the ocean in the morning.
Because it's like the tide has just left. All the sand is wet still. And that smells different than the sun on the sand.
Okay, I'm going to go to this beach with you and decide exactly which beach it is in Los Angeles. I will give you a little spoiler. It's not Huntington. Because the last time we went there, y'all,
it's not good.
Oil rigs you could swim out to. Why do they let them do that? All right, here we go. Taking it in. Oh.
Yep.
Let's have a grown-up conversation. She did an amazing job describing this. However, I thought the florals were going to take over because in every aquatic we've got, those blue marine floral notes bowled you over first. It's almost akin to like a lady's perfume in the 80s, those high jasmine marine notes that they often use. And y'all hold on a second. Some of those are in here, but it's about the balance. It is believe it or not, the salt that grabbed me first by the cojones and drug me down to the beach. Hold on a second. This is wild. And it becomes a little effervescent, and then it becomes the floral botanicals. And there is nothing squinchy. There's nothing dock-like in this to help paint that picture. This is everything your imagination hopes a beach is going to be. And I think you're right. The sand is subdued. I'm getting much more of that open air feeling, a little akin to an ozone, but sweeter, done with florals. Whoa, hold on.
It's funny because I know it's still a California beach, and that part's crazy.
Oh, right. I don't think I actually went to a beach when I was on like the straight up East Coast of the United States.
No.
I mean, the Hudson River count. I love how that suite is just stopping like a brick wall at the salt. And then on the other side are a gentle accord of marine botanicals. That's lovely. Hold on. I need to know what was on these send notes because there are a few other surprises in here that I want to find. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at happychapshave.com. We start with set notes of
salt.
They got that right.
And that, now that you say, that might be the first part of the whiff that I get.
I know, me too. That's what drug me in. The mandarin. Hold on a second. There are a lot of raw materials that you can use for mandarin, and I'm perceiving just the ones that give you the outside of the mandarin, just a little bit of the rind, a little bit of that aldehyde sense that it's over there on a tree. Nothing too intrusive, but what a fabulous on the breeze scent to let you know you're in Los Angeles. Disneyland itself used to be orange groves. And that, I think, is meeting up a little bit with the neroli, an orange blossom to help balance out that mandarin. Now, hold on. Let's talk about spices. How are you getting the ginger?
It's funny, now that I'm reading that, it's for sure in here.
Right.
But I think it was just adding a cap to the mandarin side. Like, it was keeping it from getting too gourmandy, too sweet. Like, they fit together.
That's funny you said that. I was thinking it's going to take the gourmand sense, bring you into that ginger, and then turn that into more of a spice, which is going to bring you into the marine notes. Now, these are not salt. These are marine notes, but how are you sensing them?
It's funny, I think every other time we've read marine notes, I thought it was going to smell like this. And somehow, they've nailed it. But I don't know what that is.
This is what I was expecting in like 9 other soaps, but they weren't it. And sometimes soaps that are presented as beachy are delightfully something else, like South Padre from Sterling. I adored that one. That was bordering on something Creed would do, but it wasn't giving me that much of a beachy sense. This takes me right there with my Superman beach towel. And then, I don't think the amber is really there to give a sense of sand. I think it's there to help bring a little bit of grounding to the balance.
And I still think it kind of takes you back to the beginning. Like, this is one of those whiffs where you start to whiff and it just loops back to the beginning over and over again.
And going back to the beginning of perfuming, there's yellow amber, which is this, and gray amber. Ambergris, which is from Wales. And it's poop. Don't let anyone tell you it's vomit or anything else.
How do you explain how clean this still is with being that real?
Right.
Because I feel like we keep saying it's marine, but it's not.
You know what this is a little bit close to if you want to know where its clean lies? Hold on.
Yeah.
Take a sniff of this.
Okay.
And think Old Salty.
Oh, this could be the American Old Salty.
Which is an homage to a Swedish bath soap, Bjorn.
You know, that might be the closest we have in our day.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
This is a little bit more spread out.
Right.
It's a little bit less sweet. It's a little bit more nuanced, I think.
A little more refined.
Those marine notes, but it's not homaging an ancient Swedish bath soap either.
Which is funny because we have SoCal Hipster from Ariana and Evans.
Right.
And we have other ones that are kind of meant to be that
LA,
side.
yeah.
But this is the real beach.
Right.
Not just the experience, not what you do at the beach. This, you are being taken there.
100%. And how could I do this episode based on Los Angeles without my Phantom Aerolite? Y'all, the blue on this is an homage to backyard swimming pools, movie stars, black gold, Texas tea. You know what I mean?
I don't want to ruin this pour. Look how pretty it is.
Beautiful.
I do feel like if no one's been to the beach in Southern California, that if they got this soap, they could almost feel like they have been.
Yes, absolutely. One of my friends, Chris, is so homesick for the Bay Area. He puts on videos of people riding BART and just watches them, our subway train. Did you ever make up funny lyrics to TV themes in school? Now listen to a story about a man named Jed. He had a lot of hair, but it wasn't on his head. All right, y'all, I'm just going to baptize this with a little bit of water from our Sean and Julie Memorial Bougie Sprayer. Uh-oh. I'm just going to start drawing that soap up onto the bristles by going clockwise and then counterclockwise and just turning the brush about every 30 seconds to give the bristles a new orientation to come at that soap. And look at this. This soap's a little different. You know what? We're going to do something a little different here. I need you to feel this. Would you take this stick and peel a little bit of soap out of that and just rub it between your fingers? Watch, first of all, how it comes off on the stick. It's different. See? Look at that. And it had a little bit of a different texture in pushing it into the bowl, too. Watch. Push it into the side of the bowl.
Oh, I see that consistency.
Right? Not like flaky, but like it separates more than our normal soap.
Yeah, I don't want to say it crumbles, but it kind of like falls apart in a different way.
What's the first ingredient in this soap? Though?
Let's see if it says.
That is going to clear things up. And wait till y'all see this lather.
Stearic acid.
There it is.
Tallow, glycerin, potassium hydroxide, coconut oil, lots of other things.
Well, those are the big four at the top of that list, so we are in for a treat. But sometimes for me, when most of the soap's ingredients are recognizable and the consistency of the soap is a little bit new, there might be a secret weapon or two hiding in that soap for you to experience. And a lot of times it has to do with post-shave feel. You know what I'm talking about, right, fellas?
Somebody was missing out on the fun.
She smelled this and came running. So the reason I wanted you to feel the soap was look at this. It's all gone, and the consistency of this lather is a little different. It's a little bit thicker. It's a little bit more of a push back to my brush. There's just different things going on.
I can see it though. Like it does have a little more of that whipped texture happening.
Where the rest of them get a little foamy at this point. This one doesn't. This one stays a little bit more on the dense side of things here. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Santa Barbara or Malibu with on 3, 1, 2. Thank you for having the common decency to not put Cade in this. You know what I mean? This smells like Barbara Streisand's house. This is Malibu. Malibu for me.
Yep.
Although funny, this does not smell that much like Weekend in Malibu by Sterling Soap Company.
Touché.
Although, they're from the same country.
Done different ways, but yes.
Right. I think Weekend in Malibu goes a little bit more gourmandy in some of its little nooks and crannies. This doesn't. As you said, this takes me somewhere super real, and I love this. Even more real than the actual beaches, because y'all, LA beaches are having problems right now. This is our picture at the Glass Beach in Mendocino, California, and it's just like my sea glass brush from Paul Trotter. And this is us dipping our toes into the sand in Huntington Beach. Maybe you can even see one of the oil rigs just slightly offshore.
It's funny, you can tell in a lot of these pictures that the fog is out when we are at the coast here.
Right. Y'all, I know we never comment on lather, but are you seeing this? That's beautiful. There's a great musical about a murder mystery writer and his private detective main character called City of Angels, and it's a great overture. All takes place in Los Angeles, and at the end of the overture it says, palm trees fingered the sky, and there was enough sunshine to lace them off on Pittsburgh. But that's all on top. L.A., truth to tell, is not that much different than a pretty girl with the clap. Well, L.A.'s got some spooky corners to it. Hotel Cecil being one of PAA fame.
I feel like San Francisco and LA do have a lot of things in common, though. Like every corner you turn can be a totally different experience.
Right. We also shared the rock stars. Are you going to San Francisco?
Now I feel like you have to sing a song about LA.
I love LA, right? Until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard.
That counts. Yeah.
We have to finish Summer Rental tonight. We started watching that last night with John Candy, and I asked her, have you ever actually been to a beach that crowded, like literally shoulder to shoulder, wall to wall people? I guess the Jaws beach was kind of like that.
Yeah, but those are both in videos.
Too,
like, we have not had that in person.
That's not been our experience.
Okay, so here's the other thing. When you try to park to go to the beach in Los Angeles, it is a hot mess. You got to plan like an hour and a half to park and then hope you can carry all your crap.
It's easier to walk from NorCal.
Or you have to go run out quarters to your car every like 2 hours.
Neighbors get so mad.
Yeah.
And 95% of the movies of the silent era were all shot and printed on nitrate, which is so flammable, water can't even put it out. So once they started amassing giant collections of these nitrate films, they realized they were a lot safer at the bottom of Santa Monica Bay, and that's where they put them. That's where they are to this day. All of our movie history, all the Mary Pickford stuff is just there. All right, I want you to go first.
right.
Experience this happy
I guess I
chapness.
did pick it for my birthday,
Right?
so.
Isn't that beautiful leather?
It really is. I'm glad we have more because we only had one so far, but clearly this is their base, and man, is it consistent.
And you kind of get to know an artisan after their second soap. I can kind of see how this has some similarities to Caramel and Smoke.
There's just such a padded feel to this. Like, I feel like you're really protected with this lather.
You know how, with a lather like this, you're unafraid to do those passes that would normally draw little red dots with another soap? That's the special consistency this has given me. Well, why don't we take a little day trip down to Carlsbad and go a little deeper? You know what I love best about this? The scent intensity is like a 4.
Yeah.
It's very strong. But it has none of that intensity of a normal blue aquatic that kind of curls up your nose with its saltiness, with its high florals. This does exactly the opposite. It's like an inverse sine wave going on here.
I wish we had another name for aquatic because I feel like that's almost trapping this in us. I mean, I know it's meant to be an aquatic, but the other aquatics that are in our aquatic category are not as real as this one.
Well, it's funny. This is kind of like if I were to dream what a Los Angeles beach would smell like. It's different than what a Miami beach would smell like, right, Andrew? It's different than a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is what my imagination would hope that an LA beach in Malibu would smell like if I was allowed to go there, which I'm not. There's one freeway exit in Malibu, and when you get off the freeway, you can turn left and go to Oprah's house, or you can turn right and go to Barbara's house, or they'll just look at you funny and you can turn around and get back on the freeway.
I think that's what I meant at the beginning, is what I've always pictured the beach in my mind as.
Right.
It would smell like this.
Yes, right.
It's the worth trying to put your bags of all the things to take to the beach and find parking and then huddle yourself all the way, walking and find the perfect spot. This is the smell you're going after. This is why you trudge to the beach.
And I think you nailed it when you said this is seafoam done with florals.
Yeah, something in there.
Y'all, good night, everybody. I cannot say it better than that, but what a perfect, beautiful soap for people not only in LA, but those homesick for it, and we understand. I would even rather drive in LA than up here. Y'all, at least in LA, they understand how the road functions under the laws of physics. I don't care if they obey the traffic laws. Up here, they just try stuff.
I guess it's been a good 6-7 years since we've been.
I know, don't say that. It's been way too long.
But I think in my mind, this is still what I have, that picture perfect version of going.
Doesn't this kind of smell like waking up on a Disneyland day? Doesn't it kind of have that feeling like you walk outside and it seems like every shrub and every piece of ground cover in LA has these beautiful florals inside of it and they're carried on the morning breeze. It's a magical place.
I didn't realize that I missed it. And then smelling this was like, actually, now that I've smelt this, I really do.
Yeah. My favorite place in LA is the Magic Castle. Well, I guess if you don't count Disneyland, but y'all, Milt Larson was as amazing as Walt Disney. There's a piano in the parlor that a ghost plays. Her name is Irma, and she takes requests. You can even ask her, hey, how you feeling? And she'll play, how dry I am, how dry I am. And you'd be like, Irma, would you like a drink? What would you like? And everybody got her a tequila. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be one of Walt Disney's Imagineers, designing one of the most iconic pieces of Southern California architecture there is, Sleeping Beauty's castle at the heart of Disneyland. And right before Walt walks in to approve the final design, one of the Imagineers is going to play a little prank. They're going to pick up the entire top piece of the castle and turn it around backwards and put it back on the bottom piece to see if Walt notices. Well, Walt, being a man of detail, walked in and said, hey, what'd you do to the castle? You know what? Never mind. I like it better that way. Keep it. And they did, and he got his own. So head over to happychapshave.com where you'll find this and a bunch of other cool stuff.
Alright, y'all, I am back from my shave with Los Angeles from Happy Chap, and it's super fun to get to know this lather even more. It's padded, it's slick, and it just has you feeling protected as you dig in there with your razor. I'm so glad that I picked this for my birthday scent. I love getting whiffs of this nice aquatic, sweet kind of side coming to it. Just has this cool breeze that comes with it too. So thank you, Happy Chap. We'll be back for more.
welcome to Messages.
So for our August giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Ariana and Evan.
Yay! And all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to we sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about these giveaways, and then check back here on our first September episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
So did you have a good shave of birthday?
That's a hard thing to say.
I didn't actually say it. I don't think.
I did. And I actually think I was trying to decide which to shave with first. And I think this one might win only because it really pulls on my heartstrings. I feel like if I could jump through the soap and arrive in LA and go to the beach, it would be a wonderful way to spend my birthday.
And happy chap, this has been a lot of fun today. But thank you for donating the money we paid for this soap to the victims of the LA fires to help in your way make this world better. If everybody did that, could you imagine the garden that we would be in today?
I feel like with the 6 degrees of separation, we all know someone who knows someone that was affected, but living there must be even more of an experience. So thank you for making the wonderful better sides of LA come through Ascent and letting us have a way to put our money towards a good cause. I was glad that I could use this as my birthday scent, and as of today, there's still a few left on their website, so go check it out. Don't forget, your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.